If you...
What a move by Curry!
No, he did.
What a spectacular move! How about that?
Oh my!
Can you believe that?
We just saw men fly! What a play!
That could be the greatest move I've ever seen live. No, I'm being serious.
What's good, Sim Nation? I'm Jersey Mate 93, and welcome to the Manual Shot Gather Edition. Before we get into advanced things, please use the rewind feature. And I just want to say, you guys got to remember, the CPU is the greatest 2K defender out there. Nobody can move as well as a computer. Nobody can read as well as a computer. So if this stuff works against a computer, of course it will work against a human opponent. So you guys make sure you get in the lab and really get these moves down so you can take it online as well. Now we'll cover dribbling and all of that stuff in a whole other video, so you guys don't have to worry about that. But today I want to focus on the shot gather moves. Like I said earlier, the shot gather moves are very underrated. A lot of people don't know how to use them, and they don't really use them. Me personally, I used to think that, these moves were too low percentage because you are going to take a big penalty for them being moving shots. But if you shoot in a player's hot spot or around his hot spot, these shots are more likely to go in on top of the methods I'm going to show you to create more space and create better looks, because these moves can really help you, because the mid-range area is something that really separate good and great players, because guys who are shorter like Isaiah Thomas, they're not going to be able to dunk over 7-footers, and you're not going to always get an open three. So you need to learn how to capitalize on that mid-range area, and these shot gather moves are going to show you exactly how to do that. As you can see here, I missed a lot of shots, a lot of great examples in terms of how to use the shot gather moves, but this just shows and proves to you guys I did not adjust any sliders or ratings or did any type of tweaks, and it just validates that when I do make these shots that I did use them in the right situation. So no attribute boost, no slider touches, nothing like that. These are all legit scoring examples. One of the best ways to implement shot gathers into your game is using them with dribble combinations. You always want to read and react, because that will determine which gather or dribble move you should use in that current situation. You have to practice to not only get the rhythm down for the combination like a fighting game, but also learn the distance and variation each input will give you based on your current position relative to the rim. Meaning, you can do the same input, but because of where you are based on the rim, you will get a different variation. And also, of course, you want to know the distance and the speed of each move, because you want to know when these moves start and when they end. When you know a move ends, you can go directly into your next move rhythmatically. I'm not sure that's a word, but it sounded right. Now, a tip I'll give you guys when you're attacking the defender and you're trying to chain together the dribbling moves and the shot gather is you want to focus on the defender. You want to see where he's at and the momentum that he's throwing into trying to cut you off, because you're going to use that momentum against them usually, and that's going to give you that separation for your shot. Really, all it is just reading everything off of the initial attack, and if the defender defends that well, your counter punch should be good. You should be able to make the defender defend 2 to 3 moves off of one move, meaning that if I do a crossover, he has to defend the counter crossover, and then if he defends that counter crossover, then he has to defend the shot gather. And that's all it really is. This applies to basketball, not just video games. Basketball. Now, another way I would like to show you guys how to use the shot gather moves is against contact. Now, there's going to be different degrees to this, because you can do this at different times. You can do it right as the contact animation is initiating, but the earlier you do it, the more separation you'll get, and I'll show you guys some examples and things like that. And even when you have a defender beat, you can use a shot gather move to seal him and to put him on the outside of your hip, and this is going to kind of negate the contact animation that he would have initiated, and this is going to allow you to go right into a shot, with Damian Lillard and Kyrie being the best example of this. Last but certainly not least, using the shot gathers in the pick and roll. The examples you're seeing are me attacking the hedger if he's not hedging and trying to contain the ball handler. This is the best way to use the shot gather moves in these examples, when he's not hard hedging or soft hedging at that. Usually the hedger is slower, so attack them hard off the pick, and if you read his movements and he slides over, react with a shot gather by going opposite or away from him. And this example of James Harden is a great example of how shot gatherers can put a defender on your hip and create additional space for the perfect mid-range shot. This is why you have to know the advantages and disadvantages of your individual shot gathering moves. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and share. Sim Nation, as always, you better play basketball and not video games. And I'm out. Yeah, I borrowed it. So what?
Cause all I see is Wile E. Coyotes in the room, and I run it, and I run it, and I run it, and I run it.